Let this be a lesson. You, watching, you. Stop putting that film off. There's no good reason to put it off. I put a film off, and this whole thing is gonna tell you why not to do that. Okay? So don't. Cool, so that was our warning, but now we'll actually get into the review, and today, if you couldn't guess by the thumbnail and title, we are reviewing Arrival, directed by Denis Villeneuve.
There are days that define your story beyond your life. Like the day they arrived.
So I will be the first one to admit here, before you start pointing fingers at me, I am the one to keep putting this film off. I have no idea why. Poppy kept recommending it. Well, not even Poppy hadn't watched it either,
yeah.
But she kept suggesting that we watched it, and I don't know what it was, but for some reason I just kept saying, not right now, but soon though, I do want to watch it.
It's been a good 10 years. Jesus,
I
it's
mean,
been a good 5 years of me suggesting this film.
Well, it really has, but the film has been out for 10 years, so it took us 10 years to finally watch this one.
Worth the wait.
Just a bit. This film has gone straight up into both of our top 4 favourite films on Letterboxd.
And that's a difficult thing. We are very, very picky, and we are sentimental about the films in our top 10s.
Very much so. I had to knock Civil War, the Alex Garland version, not the Marvel version, out of my top 4 for this, and I loved that film. I watched it 4 times in the cinema, and I cannot believe we did not watch this film in the cinema, because this was an absolute masterpiece. Can't think of a better way to describe it. It was absolutely perfect. Loved every second of it.
Yeah, really did.
Really goes without saying, but there you go. We gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. So I didn't really need to say that, but we will anyway, for the sake of the format. But what a film.
What a film.
It was just insane. So we've had comments like this on the channel, and yeah, you're right, why haven't we got Arrival in our sci-fi films? Well, the answer is we just hadn't seen it, but now we wish we could go back in time and put it in there, because that would 100% be one of our favourite sci-fi films of all time. It's not an exaggeration, you know when the film just hits with you, and this really, really did.
The structure of this film is incredible. We absolutely love the pacing throughout, and well, we're not going to go into anything, but if you know the film, then you know exactly what we're talking about. There is a lot of depth to the pacing of this film. It's very important, and it's got one of the best plot twists I think I've ever seen.
Honestly,
really good.
Yeah, you say about the pacing, because the whole structure of the film, incredible. But the pacing of, especially when they are first entering the UFO.
Yeah.
How it lets it breathe, how it just takes its time. The sound design, the music, got such deep, visceral feelings that just of anticipation, dread, suspense. We've watched this film mouth open, eyes wide, glued to the TV. That's quite rare for us as well. Obviously we pay attention to films, but usually we make little remarks or comments to each other throughout, but we could both sense that we were just locked in. Nothing was breaking our concentration. We were just transfixed on what was happening within that screen. And yeah, I'm just so sad that we haven't watched it on a big we didn't watch it in the cinema, but hopefully with it being 10 years this year, they might have an anniversary for it. They might bring it out in some cinemas and stuff.
That would be perfect.
That would be perfect. Ready for a rewatch already, to be honest.
Yeah. We said last night, once we finished it, that we'd go watch it again instantly. We do not do that with many films.
No, we were listening to the music from it continuously for the rest of the night as well. Especially late into the evening, we played the song again, and we just sat there silent, just going through everything in our heads again. That film, it genuinely was one of those things that when I put it on, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny, considering I've put this off for so long, if I just ended up loving this and it being one of my favourites. I was kind of half joking to myself when I said that, but I couldn't believe, when the credits hit, I just turned to Poppy and I was like, what dickhead put that film off then? Yeah, I can see why so many people love this film. I already respected Villeneuve as a director beforehand. Prisoners is one of my favourite films as well. And obviously you've got the Dune films, which are incredible. Especially on on a visual level and stuff, and the sound design. So I can see his development as a filmmaker throughout the years. It's actually made us really excited to watch Dune Part 3. So you might notice that Dune's not really around on this channel very much. We both really liked it, but we don't love it as much as other people do. So we never really wanted to give an anticlimactic review or reaction to anything to do with it. So we didn't actually react to the Part 3 trailer. But we did actually watch it a couple of days back and we loved the look of it.
Yeah, we did kind of regret not recording.
Yeah, and we are looking forward to, especially now having watched Arrival, going back, rewatching the first Dune Part 2, right before the third one comes out later this year. Because, I think we're joining the train now. You can't deny how much of an amazing filmmaker Villeneuve is. Beautiful.
I think that truly the only reason I didn't give in to the Dune hype at the start was because I was letting the film grow and stuff, the first one. We watched it at the cinema, and when it ended, I was like, fuck, I was really into that. And now I've got to wait years. And I think just the process of waiting made me go, I don't want to get hooked, because I'm just going to be waiting for months like everyone else. But now we're at a point where there's the third one coming out soon. I think we're okay to get a bit excited for it.
And we're big fans of Robert Pattinson and Anya Taylor-Joy, so having those two joining the cast is very exciting. Having
Florence Pugh and Zendaya and everyone back. It's
because
so
I think
cool.
Florence Pugh didn't have a big enough role for us last time, because we're big fans of Florence Pugh as well, so it was quite you had Florence Pugh in there and you just didn't. But obviously it's all building towards the future, and I do really love that and respect that with filmmakers when they're building to something and not rushing anything. So very excited for that one. But this film, in itself, is just a beautiful little sci-fi film. I can't describe it any other way. I love the premise of it just being UFOs have landed and humans are just trying to communicate with them to figure out what their purpose is. Why are they here? And Amy Adams is incredible in this role. Jeremy Renner's amazing too, so is Forrest Whitaker. But Amy Adams stands out as I can't even I don't want to say anything that's going to be a spoiler, because if there is anyone else out there that has decided to do a me and declined to watch this film for so long, stop doing that, go and watch it. And I don't want to spoil it for you because it is truly incredible. But the emotion conveyed through Amy Adams, the way that the structure, the pacing works because of the way that she acts out the scenes and stuff. Every scene with the communication going on is so suspenseful. It's so captivating and immersive. You can't help but just be transfixed. I can't say a single bad word about this film. I don't want to say a single bad word about this film. The only bad thing I'll say in this video is how much of an idiot I am for putting this off for so long.
Yep. The funny thing for me is that I love Amy Adams. I think she's a really great actress. But I think I've only actually seen her in one other film this year so far. And it's the complete polar opposite, which is Enchanted. If you've seen both of these films, you know as well as I do, that is a stark contrast in performance. She kind of aced both, but she was obviously one of the best in Arrival. There's no denying that. She's so subtle and so charismatic. Yeah. It's just awesome.
You want to know what's going on behind her eyes all the time. All the time. She was great in Nocturnal Animals as well.
Yes, she was.
Another great performance, but I haven't actually looked up to see what whether this won many Oscars or got nominated for many Oscars. severely hope it did.
I know
because it
she
definitely
didn't
deserved.
win, but she did get nominated.
Okay,
for the
cool.
Oscar.
I'm glad she at least got nominated, but
Yeah.
who won it instead? Because
I don't know.
I need to know who that was.
So not only were the performances great, but we also really loved the dynamic between all the different characters in this film. I think it's just done so well. It's so realistic, and the characters are all so complex, and they're all coming in at their different points in their life. And Dennis is a great director. You know, I don't know why I say his name like I know him well, but he really is, and everyone feels fully functional and like a living, breathing human being, you know? And everyone meets for the first time, like all three of them in the helicopter. It's just like cool. I cannot wait to get to know how everyone like works together in this film.
Yeah, I really don't think there's much more to say. I think we could just sit here and, well, could just stand here and talk about this film for like a very long time, but we won't bore you to death. I will just say that we both did cry last night. Not ashamed to say it. That got very overwhelming in that final 10 minutes. Yeah, I love a good film that makes you cry, makes you feel things, and that very much did.
Not only that, but we love a film that sparks our love for film again. I remember I said to Sam I wanted to review it on Letterboxd, but the only thing I could think of saying is just, I love film.
Yeah.
Like, I love films so much. I love things that just feel like everyone's passionate. Everyone came in with their all, because it just makes me so excited to do my own thing and our own thing.
Yeah, we went for a walk after and just discussed all the things that we want to work on again, all the screenplays we've written that we want to finally start making, what new projects we want to start working on. It just, yeah.
So cool.
Film is great. It just sparks creativity. It makes you feel things, and just can't wait to watch that film again, watch more amazing films, and get to make our own films as well. All for film. Well, that was our review for the masterpiece that is Arrival. 10 years it took us to watch this film.
Oh my god.
It took us 10 years to watch this film. If you're watching and you haven't seen it, don't wait another 10 years to watch it. Go and watch it right now. And then, yeah, if you do like this video and you want to hear us do a spoiler review, just comment down below and we'll do a spoiler review. Because, yeah, if you've gone and watched it from this video and want to hear us talk about it in depth a little bit more, or if you probably have, because you're not as silly as me, you've probably watched it before and you already really love it, so you might want us to go into some details of the specifics of what we really liked. So yeah, just comment if you want us to do a spoiler review, but if not, don't worry about it. So thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you're new to the channel.